Okay. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Hang on here. You're right. Just had somebody show up. Barb, can you unmute? Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Hang on here. Barb, we can't hear you yet. I can't hear you. You got to unmute.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
A lot of
Oh.
talk. Well, hello. I'm Barbara McMillen. Welcome you to the Dallas Songwriters 30th Annual Song Contest Awards, a celebration of song part one via Zoom to a Facebook live stream. We are so happy to have you tune in from Facebook land, and or you may be watching this from YouTube at a later date. Whatever, we are so happy to have you watching us. And we have a really big treat in store for you today. The semifinalists for our International Song Contest will be performing today and next Saturday, along with the contenders for our Best Songs of the Meeting Awards. This year, we have had an enormous response and entries resulting from a great number of really good songs entered, in which in turn resulted in a bumper crop of really good semifinalists. When we put out a call for those semifinalists to perform at our awards program, we had such a huge response that we were compelled to divide our program up into separate Saturdays, January the 9th and January the 16th from noon to 3 p.m. With no planes to catch and no rooms to book, our performers are going to be with you from all over the place this year, thanks to the technology of Zoom and the DSA wizard, Kerry Hewlett, behind the scenes. Back in March, we began to explore the ways to continue our DSA programs virtually. And Harry set up Zoom labs to help our songwriting community put our best performance forward. We were so starved for social contact, the virtual programs became a lifeline to sanity. To say the least, the Muse has visited our community this year, and COVID gave us the time to spare to act on our inspirations. A record number of songs have been written this year around the world, and now you will reap the benefit. Now, let me tell you a little bit about Dallas Songwriters before we get going on our performances. We've been around since 1987, and in 1990, DSA became a nonprofit educational association with a mission to provide information about the craft and business of songwriting. We have become more active this year with 11 regularly scheduled events each month. We have our first Thursday virtual meeting and song critiques with a special guest from the industry. We have our virtual first Monday meetup and free workshop. We have our virtual Zoom open mic every Wednesday. We have a virtual Zoom every Saturday, which is a showcase like today. And then we have our fourth Thursday, bring your own mic in person and stream to Facebook at Love and War in Plano, Texas. We also host the City Line Songwriting Stage and at Wallflower in May, and in April, 2 stages at the Deep Ellum Arts Festival. Throughout the calendar year, we have other special events such as our Hall of Fame, now in its 5th year, with performances by our under 18 rising stars. And then we have our Christmas in July toy drive. We publish a newsletter, Songwriters Notes. We also have a bevy of contests, including a quarterly lyric contest, Best Songs of the Meeting contest, and this annual International Song Contest, which is one of the longest running amateur song contests, now in its 30th year. We are in our 2nd year of a new program of our new 18 and under Young Songwriter Contest. Now, I've mentioned the DSA wizard, Harry Hewlett, the man behind the curtain with his hand on the controls, who was raised on the Llano Escudado, where he grew up. He grew a big heart as big as Texas. Harry is my co-host tonight, or I should say I'm his co-host tonight, and with the official DSA title of VP of A&R and Showcase Director. He's been behind the scenes getting us streaming to the Facebook. So Harry, how's it going out there? How's it going in Oz back there?
It's going good.
Well,
where is it you said I live?
The Llano Escudado?
Llano Estacada.
Estacado. Okay, that's good. It's out there in the high plains.
Two different places, I guess. Anyway, go ahead.
So I believe that you've got Alan Larson scheduled up first for our performers tonight, and we'll continue this format, which will be in a round, with each songwriter performing one song in each round, and continuing in the same order of performers, round to round to round, until we have sang all of our songs. The songs performed are either semi-finalists from the International Song Contest or finalists from the best songs of the first Thursday meeting critiques. So our first up is Alan Larson. He's a Dallasite and an SMU alumni who has been a big part of DSA for a number of years. Folks, here is Alan Larson.
All right, you ready for me?
No, we're not ready. Hang on just a second here. Okay. I'm going to put the spotlight on you, Alan.
Okay, I see you. Oh, there I am.
There's Alan Larson, folks.
All righty. Cool.
Play us a song. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Alan, and try to be humble if you can.
Oh, I don't know. My name, I took a lot of kidding over the years. Oh, Alan Parsons. So I finally went with just sometimes use that moniker, Alan Larson's Project, instead of Alan Parsons. But anyway, I've been playing music since my 20s, I guess. Met Craig St. Clair, who kind of introduced me to the DSA about 20 years ago, and I eventually joined and worked up the nerve to start singing and writing songs myself some time ago, and so here I am today.
So play us a song. Which one are you going to start off with, Alan?
Okay, I'm going to start off with an unplugged version of You Got This. I entered a little more produced version into the international contest. I think it's called the pop rock category.
Was it pop rock or Americana? Pop rock. I think
pop rock. Yeah. So anyway, with that said, I will play it. This is You Got This. Sometimes it can't help but come around. There'll be some kind of mess that's trying to tear us down. Sometimes I just want to get up and run as far as we can. But you got this, baby. Come through. Not long ago, you said you had lost faith in yourself. You said you did not deserve any love from anyone else. But all I see now now is that smiling face, the light comes shining through. But you know, you got this, baby. Yes, you do. I got no worries now, 'cause you'll come through. Now we're heading down the road, hand in hand. The city is lighting our way. With you I have no worries about the dragons we'll have to slay. Yeah, but all I see now is your smiling face. The light comes shining through. But you know, you got this, baby. Always do. Got no worries now. You'll come through. You got this, babe. Always do. And you rock my world, girl. Always do. That's it.
Well, that's it.
Good job, Alan.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
And thanks for the compliments, I see. Okay.
Yeah, you're getting a lot of compliments, Alan. You're doing a good job. That's a good song, Alan. He'll be
They
back.
like me.
Yeah, they like you, Alan. That's Alan Larson, folks. And now we got Bill Martin coming up, and I'm going to have to click on Bill here. Let's see where Bill
When
is.
I first met Bill, and I didn't realize it until we were talking later, a long time ago when he was playing in a group triad with Chris Albert. And I came out to see Chris and our old friends for a long time when Chris was living in Dallas. And I came out to see them at a restaurant. And Bill has a great voice, and triad had great 3-part harmonies. I just loved hearing that group. And plus, Bill plays a great guitar. So you guys are in for a real special treat.
Wow. Thanks, Barbie. I'm humbled. Let me check. Oh yeah, I want to do like this. Okay. Yeah, that was one of the best bands I ever played in with, Chris. That I found a cassette tape recently that I'm thinking of copying and sending to you. It's hilarious. It's got a bunch of practicing in it, and it's got some songs that I'd forgotten we even did.
When did you move to Dallas? You've been here for a long time.
I came in 1980, August of 1980.
From Colorado, or?
Well, I grew up in Colorado, and then I hitchhiked to California, and then I became destitute. And my parents had moved to Lubbock, and they said, you can go to school here if you want to. And so why don't you visit us for Christmas? So I did, and I started going to school there, and that's where I met Melissa, my wife. And then Melissa and I went to California again, and that was really, really stupid. It's kind of like the City Slicker, where he thought the big deal was in California when he realized that wasn't the big deal. So I came back and on my hands and knees and begged her to take me back, and eventually she did. But that was kind of around the time that Melissa and I were trying to get back together. It was right after Triad, I was playing with them for a while, but she and I were starting to gingerly see if we couldn't. It's a long story, but we got married, separated, divorced, and then remarried, and we've been remarried for some time now.
That's great. What a great story. So you went to the same college as Harry did.
Yeah, Texas Tech. I was there briefly, but enough to really have some extremely fond memories of Lubbock.
We have a number of Texas Tech alumni in our organization. Well, what are you going to play for us? Your first song in the first round.
This song came to me in a fever dream about 30 plus years ago. I know because I was working with the city of Dallas and I was still at Fair Oaks before I was transferred to Illinois Street. And so I remember it came to me around then. So I was transferred in 92. So sometime before 92, the words came to me all at once. But it's taken me up until this moment, and still I'm not sure, to actually hammer out the exact structure. I'm convinced that there's a perfect structure for this song, but I'm never convinced that the version I'm going to play at the time is absolutely perfect. But this is what the last two verses I've always had trouble with. Well, relatively speaking, I'm still working on them, but I think I've got them. Anyway, this one is a story of sin and redemption. 3 older men and I went riding with intent to kill. The West was still untamed as yet, and there was blood to spill. They chose their victims carefully, those that deserved to die. 3 came to make the women hurt, I came to make them cry. 3 whole years we rode the desert, seeking what we could find. Fighting tricks the heat can play upon the weary mind. Then one day we pulled into a God-forsaken town. By the trough she stood, and there my memory reeled around. Faintly though familiar was she, God, was she the one? I looked into her dark brown eyes and realized what I'd done. Suddenly my blood turned at the corner of my eye, revealed a gunman standing there with time for me to die. I could have been a dead man after all I'd done, why not? I don't remember clearly, all I know is no one shot. Later on they took me in and bandaged all my fears. They told me that they'd prayed for me in spite of bitter tears. They said they'd always known someday our paths would cross again. I never knew such love before, especially from them. Sunday morning never was another day for me, but something different happened there. Forgiveness set me free. They told me that they'd prayed for me in spite of all the loss. They took me to the church and shared the meaning of the cross. I found the meaning of true love in spite of all the loss. They took me to the church and shared the meaning of the cross. I found the meaning of true love in spite of all the loss. They took me to the church and shared the meaning of the cross. I found the meaning of true love in spite of all the loss. They'd led me to the church and shared the meaning of the cross. After that, my life was never quite the same again. I understood the blood atonement and the price for sin. I found the meaning of true love in spite of all the loss. They led me to the church and shared the meaning of the cross. I found the meaning of true love in spite of all the loss. They led me to the church and shared the meaning of the cross.
That
Thank
was
you.
wonderful, Bill.
Thank you.
Of that song. So we were talking about Chris, who was also a member of Triad and the band leader, I believe, in Triad. And Chris Albert is up next, and he's from Springfield, Missouri, but he lived in Dallas for a while. It's been back a long time ago. It's been a long time since you moved to Springfield. But Chris is a record producer, a sound engineer, electronic technician, concert promoter, music publisher, record owner, and web designer. So he's an indie artist like us all, but has been in the music business for a long time and certainly knows a lot about it.
Thanks to you.
So you're gonna, I believe you're gonna play 40 Acres. Is that correct? Your song?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that song. I wrote this song back in 74, 73, 74. Um, Folks up here in Missouri are really proud of the marijuana that they grow, and this song kind of inspired me back then. And I actually recorded it back then on a 45, but of course it never went anywhere. So I always feel like I was probably way ahead of the whole game. And I'm going to do the unplugged version, and I did this. We did a video of it, and there is a video now on YouTube, and it's done by a group called Papa John and the Farmers, which is me and some other people. And so you can go on YouTube and you can download Papa John and the Farmers, 40 Acres. But I've recorded this song several times. It's on several CDs. It's out there all over the world. And we feel like the reason we released it was we felt like this was the time to do it. But, I wrote this song completely inspired, and that's about it. I've been in the music industry a lot. I'm up here in Springfield because I moved back to jump in on the Branson thing and work Branson. Dallas was a very good school to go to. I learned all about music through Barbara, and she used to have a studio, her and Don, and we used to run around and play together and do things. And I helped her establish the Dallas Songwriters Association, and from there it was all these years. I like to thank Dallas for giving me the educational background, both as a technician. I did computer work down there, and I've stayed completely involved in songwriting and trying to figure out a way to get us some more money. That's a
Right.
issue. So, and this song was, like I said, was inspired by several of the growers around here. They were growing plants 10 feet high long before everybody thought about it in Oregon or California. And so here we go. My daddy said, son, I'm gonna give you some land to plant last year's stash, yeah, make it quite grand. Pray for the sun and the rain to come. Come on, daddy, yeah, work that's gotta be done. Give me 40 acres, good old marijuana. time. I'm sitting on my porch, yeah, late Saturday night, stoking up my pipe, gonna get high tonight. Seen a car coming on down the lane. Must be the sheriff, yeah, I got to get away. Give me 40 acres of good old marijuana. I said, give me 40 acres. Stay high all the time. Give me 40 acres. Good old marijuana. I said, give me 40 acres. Stay high all the time.
All right. Hey, Bill, you want
We
to say
used to
something
do
to
that
Chris?
song. Yeah, we used to do that song. I was hearing the three-part harmonies and everything.
Oh,
That was
great. Yeah,
fun.
I played that a lot to a lot of people. It was interesting how it took this long, though. Kind of, us old hippies, we used to think it was going to be legal back then, and here it's still kind of a fight up the hill, but they've slowly opened the doors, and hopefully this reminds me of the song that old George Jones did when he did Mountain Dew, and people used to tell him, "Oh, you'll never make any money off of that." Well, it launched his career. So you just never know about a song like that. You never know.
And who is the third member of the band?
Bob Barraza.
Yeah, I used to work with his wife at Whole Foods.
Oh,
Yeah. Bob was a DSA member here for a while, and he's kind of dropped off the face of the earth.
Yeah, I stay in touch with her on Facebook, but don't hear much for him.
guy. I used to. I remember when they first started out as Hawthorne Moran down on Lower Greenville, and they slowly built up, and then Whole Foods kind of came and bought them out.
I'm not sure they were related to Whole Foods or not, but yeah, I remember that place too.
Yeah, Whole Foods bought them.
Yeah, okay.
Well, okay, I guess we will move on then to our next performer, who is Danny Bingham. He's a Christian country singer out of Commanche, Texas. And Danny's singing some songs that he's for Tommy Patterson, that he's co-written with Tommy. And I understand you're a big fan of the group Alabama and Randy Owen. Okay, so Danny, we can't hear you. You're gonna have to unmute. Can you, Harry? Can you? What's happening here? I don't see that you're muted. Let me see. Unmute yourself, Harry, and talk.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes. Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay.
Great. All right, we got you back. So, so you're a big fan of Alabama, and also I noticed that you've been hosting a gospel jamboree down there in Comanche.
My wife and I hosted the Comanche Gospel Music Jamboree for about 12 years. And we haven't had it, in a few years, but we're actually thinking about starting it back up again. But it gives everybody kind of what y'all do. It gives everybody a chance to, get out and play music live. And it's a really good deal.
Yeah, people are going to be hungry for music when this COVID thing is over.
Well, and the plus for me, actually have a studio here in town, and I actually teach music, and I've got probably 16 students that I teach, and so I'm actually around music, all the time, and it's a really good thing. So.
Well, great. Let's see. So the first song that you're going to do for us today is, are you going to do, which one are you going to sing first?
You do one.
I think we're going to do a couple of them, and then the Christian category, and then there's one in the country category.
I think Kevin Stone Rock's going to do the beginning of the end next Saturday.
Okay.
I'm only doing Come On In, the Water's Fine.
All righty. Good. Well, I can't wait to hear that. Well, I've heard it before, but I can't wait to hear you sing it.
Y'all ready?
We're ready.
Okay, here we go. I'd like to thank Tommy Patterson for co-writing this with me, by the way. Living in the wilderness, clothes made of camel's hair. John the Baptist was a righteous man. He preached of Jesus coming to folks everywhere. They crossed the Jordan River, left their troubled lives behind. John the Baptist washed their sins away, singing, come on in, the water's fine. Come on in, the water's fine. Jesus came from Galilee to be baptized by John. A spirit descended from heaven above, God the Father to his Holy Son. Jesus crossed that river to shine eternal light for everyone who will believe in him, singing, come on in, the water's fine. Come on in, the water's fine. Well, I got down on my knees and prayed. Jesus blessed and saved my soul. And the preacher baptized me in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. I crossed that Jordan River, left my worries behind. Jesus Christ washed all my sins away, singing, come on in, the water's fine. Come on in, the water's fine. I crossed that Jordan River, left my worries behind. Jesus Christ washed all my sins away, singing, come on in, the water's fine. Come on in, the water's fine. Come on in, the water's fine. Thank you.
Right. That was great. Very inspirational there. So that reminds me of when I was baptized in the Jordan on my
Jordan,
land.
that's
Yeah.
awesome.
No, it was very awesome. One of the great things in my life. So, all right. Well, Danny, it's so good to have you here with us and to be able to get to know you.
Pleasure to be here.
I think up next we have Eric Ramsey, and Eric's going to sing a song that he co-wrote with Michael Roth. And Eric, I hear that you are a favorite of the folk and blues festival circuits.
If you believe my website, yeah, it's on the internet, so I'm sure it's true.
Time champion of the Phoenix Blues Society Blues Showdown. And you performed in Memphis at the International Blues Challenge, so that's something.
Yeah, I've been fortunate to be able to do some of that stuff. Yeah. But this song was Michael Roth introduced me to all of you all, and I don't remember exactly where we met. Did we meet online, Michael, first, or did we meet at the Tucson Folk Festival?
Two Songs Folk Festival introduction via Mike Ryan.
That's what it was, right? Yeah. But we've been working together now for, gosh, almost a year, I guess, huh? When you think about it.
Like a really long time. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. It seems like much longer than that, doesn't it?
It's actually only been a few months. I don't know when the first song started.
Anyway, it's I'm honored that a songwriter of Michael's calibers wants to work with me a little bit. Yeah, I've learned an awful lot by working with him, and it's a treat.
Mostly patience, right?
Come up with some really good songs.
Yeah, well, it's been working so far. So
yeah, so far. This is called "The Things I Didn't Do for You," and it's about a fellow who's got a really good thing going and realizes it, I think. Anyway, I hope you like it. There was that pretty young thing down at the Stop and Go, slipped me her number on the receipt like a secret code. I chucked it in the dumpster just around the corner from the door. Her charm's another mystery that I will never know. There was that Harley that I didn't buy to drive on down to Mexico and get lost along the highway amongst the bordellos and the whores. No, I walked on by that sweet machine, knowing I could never leave your love that's waiting just for me at home behind our bedroom door. The things I didn't do for you must have been some kind of madness, knowing that you would see me through the sorrows and the sadness, but the gravity of love pulls me back to you. That's why I didn't do the things I didn't do for you. There was that night I drank a fifth of gin and called you up so you could listen to the Russian roulette that I was playing, the bullet on the table by the gun. I never put that bullet in, you never knew that it was missing. You talked me through that night till my salvation by the rising sun. You know that you can never win when you wrestle with an angel. You always take me by the heart and keep me out of danger. The things I didn't do for you must have been some kind of madness, knowing you would see me through the sorrow and the sadness with the gravity of love that pulls me back to you. That's why I didn't do the things I didn't do for you. That's why I didn't do the things I didn't do for you. Thank you.
So Eric, you're living in Phoenix now, or a suburb, or?
Yep, Phoenix. Don't judge me though, please. I can't help it.
Did you grow up there, or how long have you been in Phoenix?
No, I grew up in Wichita, Kansas, but I've been out here since 1976. So I'm as much a native or more so than a lot of folks out here.
Yeah, I would say so. So you're out there, and is it nice and warm today out there in Phoenix?
It's not quite 70, which to me is freezing cold. But yes, for the rest of the country, yeah, it's a beautiful, balmy day.
Well, it's cold here in Dallas, and we're supposed to have snow on Sunday.
Oh.
So I'm not looking forward to it. I've got my baby it's cold outside shirt on. Thank you so much, Eric. And, it's really been a pleasure to get to know you. And I'm so glad that you joined us on the Wednesday night open mics and our showcases. And we're just really excited that you become part of our group. You're one of us, Eric.
Well, thank you very much. And thank you all for everything you're doing for the music and for songwriters and for your community. It's a great thing you guys have going.
Thanks. So I guess our next guy up is Kerry Kean. And Kerry, you're from Kent, Ohio. You need to unmute yourself. You're muted.
Oh,
There
all
you-
righty.
Gotcha.
No, it says I'm unmuted now. Am I all right?
You're good.
Got me?
I can hear you great. And
Okay.
every time I think of Kent, Ohio, I always think of the protests on campus from way back in the 60s. Or
Yeah, you're pretty much in tune with everybody here in town. I've been here since the mid '80s, and it was, it calmed down a little bit, but it's never stopped. The university tried to keep people from focusing on it because they wanted to focus obviously on other things. But the students and the activists here and the protesters, I've been to a lot of the protests and every year there's a ceremony on the date and so forth. But things have pretty much equaled out on that, I think.
are you originally from Ohio?
Born in Detroit, grew up in Southern Ohio. I lived a few other places over the years, but I've been here in Kent for about 35 years or so. So
You've been a piano technician on the campus for 16 years or so.
Yep. I was a piano tuner. I've pretty much retired from that now. My daughter is carrying on the family business.
Oh, that's
So
I'm
I'm
piano tuners.
yeah. Well, that's nice because we get to spend a lot of time together. Not many people get to spend a lot of time with their grown children, I think. So it's great. It's great. So I hope to get back to playing. I played in like 3 different groups before this virus hit, and I hope to get back to that. But I also have started focusing a lot more on my own music, more songwriting, and so I want to do that too.
That's cool. Well, you've been coordinating workshops for the Kent State Folk Festival, I understand, and you're a guitar teacher, and I guess for years maybe you worked as a computer consultant or something. Is that correct?
I did. Yeah, I did all that. I keep bouncing around from project to project. I put it that way.
The way us creatives are, we have to do a lot of different things to stay happy.
I think we get bored easily, is what it is. It's just got to keep moving. So the current project that I'm recording is called should be called The Dark and the Light, and I seem to have accumulated a lot of songs that were reflecting those different aspects of who I am and what my experiences have been, and then so that's what this song is going to be on that CD. It's probably the most romantic song I've ever written. Is the balance about right? You hear the guitar okay?
You're good.
Okay. This song. Sorry, what'd you say, Barb?
Finalist in the love category. If I ask you to dance, is that correct? Is that what
Yeah.
you
Yeah, it's probably the most romantic song I've ever written. I mean, it's well, you'll see. It's pretty self-explanatory. A lot of the songs I write are story songs, either that or smart aleck songs. And this one is probably different from most of them. I've written a few romantic songs over the years, but this one's probably up there with any of them, I hope. It's called If I Asked You to Dance. If only I dared, I would ask you to dance. Take you in my arms and whisper romance. Could I be so bold? Would I take that chance? And what would you say if I asked you to dance? I know this feeling can't be wrong. My embrace is where you belong. We might fall in love as we glide along, while the band is playing what could be our song. From across the room I catch your eye. Something in your glance is telling me to try. Something in my heart says that you and I shouldn't let this moment pass us by. I'd hold you closely if I were your man, and we would know this is where it all began. We could take that chance, start a new romance, but first I have to ask you to dance. The room I catch your eye. Something in your glance is telling me to try. Something in my heart says that you and I shouldn't let this moment pass us by. If only I dared, I would ask you to dance. Take you in my arms and whisper romance. Could I be so bold? Would I take that chance? And what would you say if I asked you to dance? Could I be so bold? Should I take that chance? And what would you say if I asked you to dance? Thank you.
That was very romantic. Beautiful. Well, Kerry, it's good to meet you, and I'm so glad to have you as part of our community today. And what a great singer and guitar player you are. I understand that you do teach guitar, and I can see why. Great player.
Thank you, Barb. Appreciate it.
Nice to have you with us today.
Thanks for what you guys do.
And say hello to everybody up there in Ohio for us.
Will do.
I believe up next we have Harry. We have Lynn Seligman, right? Is that correct?
I believe that's right.
Well, let's see. Lynn has a few songs, and they're all in the Americana category, and so we got so many people who are computer savvy people who have worked in the computer industry and are researcher and geeks. And Lynn is another one of us. He's a PhD, and he returned full time to his first love of music in 2018. And so he's songwriting again and improvising on his guitar and mandolin and other string instruments. And Lynn, you're from Sarasota, Florida. Aren't you lucky?
I sure am. I'm not actually from here, but I've been here about 7 years. I spent about 30 years in Maryland.
Oh.
But I've been down here. I followed my mom down here. And yeah, and yeah, I'm a computer geek, or a retired computer geek. And I never stopped playing and writing music and stuff, but I've really just dove back into it.
Back up, is that right?
With both feet, that's right. So the songs I'm going to do today are all from a new album that I have. It's just released now, so brand new album. And I don't know. Yeah, go ahead, Barb.
What's the title of the album?
The title of the album is also the name of one of the songs. It's called Our Turn Now.
Yeah, okay. That's great. And so do you have it, is it on CD Baby or?
It's, so you can see my website there, lenseligman.com. You can get it there. It's on all the, Spotify and Apple Music and all the major, all the streaming platforms and stuff. If you want a physical CD now, you'd actually go to my website and you can get it there.
Right. So everybody out there in Facebook land, you can search for Lynn's new album on any of those platforms and stream it, so he can make a half a cent or a quarter of a cent or whatever.
Yeah, it's always funny, but actually it does. When you this is just on behalf of all independent musicians, when you stream it a lot, when you download it, when you make it a favorite or something, the algorithms recognize that and kind of give your music more attention. So every little bit helps.
Yes, it does. We love our fans too.
You betcha. That's right. So I don't know, was there a particular one of the songs that I should do now, or just any one of them?
Just pick one, and then the next round you'll play another.
All righty. I think I'm going to go with True, Helpful, and Kind. And this is a one I wrote with a fantastic songwriter.
Tom Kimmel.
Tom Kimmel, yeah.
I beat you to it, didn't I?
What's that?
I said I beat you to it. Tom Kimmel.
Yeah. Yeah, Tom's a great songwriter from, I think it's Hattiesburg, Mississippi, but great guy. And he's been something of a mentor to me too.
The super song. I love this song.
Yeah, and so this one is an appropriate New Year's song. A lot of us are doing New Year's resolutions, and a lot of New Year's resolutions tend to be around, I'm going to lose some weight, I'm going to get in shape and stuff like that. But there's also New Year's resolutions, things like, I'm going to be more kind. I'm going to pay more attention to how I use my words. And especially in this time now when, there's so much division in the country and, a lot of agitation and stuff. It's like, so the question that I'd like to ask myself, I don't always succeed, but there's 3 questions actually. If I'm going to say something, is it true? Is it helpful? And is it kind? And so that's what this, and can you imagine if we all did that even like 75% of the time, what a better world this would be?
You're absolutely.
country road. The weather was so fine. I read words of wisdom on a small town church's sign. It said, be careful of the words you use, keep them short and sweet. You never know from day to day which ones you'll have to eat. So I asked myself, is it true? Is it helpful? Is it kind? Don't wanna leave a mess behind. Maybe I'll press pause before I exercise my jaws. Just 3 simple questions save me every time. When I ask myself, is it true? Is it helpful? Is it kind? May I speak with integrity and keep my conscience clean, steer clear of harmful gossip and say only what I mean. Karma's like a rubber band, you can only stretch so far. You get back what you give, no matter who you are. And I ask myself, is it true? Is it helpful? Is it kind? Don't wanna leave a mess behind. Maybe I'll press pause before I exercise my jaws. Just 3 simple questions save me every time. When I ask myself, is it true? Is it helpful? Is it kind? I'd like to leave an open door, talk a lot less and listen more. Whatever I'm about to say, is it better than silence? Is it true? Is it helpful? Is it kind? Don't wanna leave a mess behind. Maybe I'll press pause before I exercise my jaws. Just 3 simple questions save me every time. When I ask myself, is it true? Is it helpful? Is it kind? Is it true? Is it helpful? Is it kind? Thanks a lot, and thanks, somebody else said it before, but thanks so much for this wonderful community.
That was great, Lynn. We're so glad that you're a part of our community. We are grateful for the virtual Zoom that we can reach out to everybody. You don't have to just be here in Dallas with us. So we've really expanded our community, and we are so thankful that you're part of it. And what a great song. And I can't wait to hear the other 2 on the next 2 rounds. So thank you. And I think up next we have Michael R.J. Roth, and
Yep.
and so Michael's been part of DSA since what, the 90s or
It was 2002 or something like that.
right? You've been around for a long time, writing and being a part of us, and we've really gotten to know you this year because you've been zooming in on our open mics and doing our showcases and stuff, and it's really exciting to have you here. But you've moved all over the place. You've lived in northern New Mexico, and then you lived in Virginia, and now you're back in Albuquerque. So you've moved around a lot. Are you settled? Are you going to be there? Is that your final move, Albuquerque, or you're not going to say?
Yeah, I guess you don't really know until the gravestone's set in place.
So you don't have
Travel.
a plot there. You're going to be buried in Albuquerque.
I don't know.
You don't know.
They'd find my body in the desert somewhere, howling or something. I don't know.
Oh, now that sounds like a line in one of your songs.
Yeah, I know. It's I'm so grateful for all the happy people, like Lynn in the world. 'Cause,
Michael is folks out there. Michael is such a great lyricist, and so he's got a number of songs that were in the semifinalists in the song contest. One of them from the Americana category, and then he had a number of songs from the best songs of the meeting. So, which one are you going to do first in the first round, Michael?
well, I thought I'd start with one called "Just to Keep Breathing." It's a song I found by the side of the road in Bernalillo. Which, I'm right along the Rio Grande. Just a couple. Actually, it's about 20-minute walk from where I am. If you
Rio
see
Rancho, actually, isn't it? Rio Rancho, where you are?
Rio Rancho, yeah. So the mountains there behind me. If you see the little white haze that's over there where the tree line is, that's the river. That's the Rio Grande, and so that and right along that is the Camino Real, which is like the historic road that the Spanish took. Runs along the pueblos. I'm sandwiched between a couple of pueblos here. It's kind of interesting, anyway. So yeah, I was driving down that road one day and I was driving by the New Mexico Department of Corrections, the Office of Probation and Parole, and I don't know, somehow that caught my attention, and that's sort of made me I don't know, I started to channel this lady I envisioned in there.
And this was even before the I Can't Breathe thing that happened last summer, right?
It has nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
No, it's not a protest song. This is I don't know, just a voice crying out in the wilderness. So I didn't know. I never got into political songs, but this is more of I guess I think of it as a spiritual song, not a religious song, but a spiritual one.
A song right out of the land of enchantment.
Land of enchantment, right? And it sure is. You can see that even the sun is more colorful here. Yeah. So here it is. She's got a steady job down at probation and parole. She got it out of high school, maybe 20 years ago. The girlfriends she knew then are all married off, except the one in prison and the one that owns a flower shop. She has a boyfriend she keeps in a photo. The future floats by down a dark, empty street, a discarded wrapper from somebody's dream, in a world that's protected by rockets. It comes to an end, in the words of the prophet. She can't believe the things she believes in and sings, just to keep breathing. La, 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 la. At the table in the kitchen, she picks apart some chicken bones for a vision of the Virgin or some kind of woman. Cottonwood branches beat time on the shutters. A lowrider stalks with the thunder of drummers. She waits but morning has broken. The future floats by down a dark, empty street, a discarded wrapper from somebody's dream, in a world that's protected by rockets, and comes to an end. In the words of the prophet, she can't believe the things she believes in and sings, just to keep breathing. La da da da, la da da da. Her friends and her family tell her she's pretty. When she looks in the mirror, it's cracked and it's dirty. She sleeps in a bedroom where somebody died once. There's nothing to fear, according to science, and her lips are the color of violence. Future floats by down a dark, empty street, a discarded wrapper from somebody's dream, in a world that's protected by rockets, comes to an end. In the words of the prophet, she can't believe the things she believes in and sings, just to keep breathing. La, da, da, da. La, da, da, da. La, da, da, da. So you can see why I'm grateful for happy people.
That song though. I mean, you're good sad. Good sad.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, I love New Mexico. It's got my heart second to Texas. I
Mhm.
spent some summers there, and then when I was playing in the band, we played all the time in New Mexico. Ruidoso was a big place that we played, but we played other places around too. So I miss going to New Mexico. Used to go to Ruidoso and stay with my friend Nancy Reinders, who was a member of the Dallas Songwriters Association, and she sold her place, and so we're not going out there anymore, and it's sad. I need to take time to just go on out there anyway. Such a beautiful country.
Yeah, there aren't many places where you can like walk outside after breakfast and see a bunch of hot air balloons in the
Oh, I
sky.
know that festival. Oh man,
It's not
festival.
just the festival. I mean, I think some people use it for commuting.
You're not serious.
Well, I don't know. I was walking down by the Rio Rancho kind of city hall there, and actually there was a balloon landing in the parking lot. So I was wondering if somebody was like, this is New Mexico. I wouldn't put it past, someone to actually commute to work by a hot air balloon. Why not? Saves on gas. Well, I don't know if it saves on gas. It depends on the gas. But
That's what the wizard did, right?
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Dorothy, I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, come back, Barb. We could use some people here. Everybody's been driven away.
I love New Mexico. Oh, it's just such beautiful land. Well, we're going to hear more from you, Michael, in the next round, because you got a few more songs to do. But up next is a Rekerdres, and I hope I pronounced your last name. I'm so happy to meet you. We don't really know you, but we're glad to have you here. And I can't believe that you live in Dallas, and we haven't been able to really meet in person.
Yeah,
But
nice to meet you too.
tell us, I mean, I found you, it was kind of a desert on the internet about trying to find information on you, but I did find a Facebook page. And I'll let everybody know if you want more information or you want to contact Rek. He's on facebook.com, Adam.Rekerdres. And am I pronouncing your last name right?
No, and it's a hard one, so don't worry about that. And Rek is a family nickname. It's short for Rekerdres. My last name is Rekerdres, like car wrecker and Dre.
Okay. So that sounds French then. Is it French or?
No, it's German. Weird German. It's just a weird curveball of a name.
The wizard behind the screen has to jump in here. I've been calling you Ricky Ricardo.
I've been called all sorts of things. Yeah.
Hey, I'll back at it. Welcome to the show, Rick.
Glad you joined us. You kind of came in a little bit late, and I was afraid that you weren't going to make it. And I'm so glad you're here. And welcome to our community of songwriters and our celebration of songs. And we get to celebrate your song today. You had a song in the semifinalist, and I forgot to write down what category this was in.
I believe I submitted it in folk, or maybe singer-songwriter.
Americana or singer-songwriter?
Americana.
I forgot to write it down.
It's called 5 Years From Today.
Yeah, what a good song.
It's a breakup song, but it's kind of a sneaky breakup song because, you know, it's kind of like a breakup that takes place over 5 years or so.
Oh, okay. That's great. Well, play something for us, and
okay, I'm gonna play the song.
All
right. 5 years from today, I'll go away. But 3 years from now, I'll stick around anyhow. When I said I had no more use for yesterday, all I meant was there's nothing further to be gained. 5 years from today, I'll go away. But 3 years from now, I'll stick around anyhow. I'll lay memories down real neat like solitaire. Fold them up so there's nothing further to compare. 5 years from today, I'll go away. But 3 years from now, I'll stick around anyhow. To turn base metal into gold takes a cauldron that's burning slow and low. I'm just a snake that needs to shed his skin and find the soul that's slithering from within. 5 years from today, I'll go away. But 3 years from now, I'll stick around anyhow, anyhow, anyhow.
That was great, and what a different approach to the subject. So, what part of Dallas are you living in?
I'm in Grapevine.
Okay. So, how long have you been out there? Did you grow up in Dallas, or?
I grew up in Dallas, and I've been in different bands around town over the years, and have been playing solo and writing songs lately, and I've been really trying to get into the Dallas Songwriting Association and get involved, and it's just been not working with my schedule. It seems like every time there's an event, I've got something going on, and so I'm really looking forward to getting some of my songs like down and recorded, and just participating and making new friends.
Well, we'd love to have you come and be part of our open mic that's on Wednesday nights, every Wednesday night. Are you working are you working during the COVID period or?
I usually have stuff going on Wednesday nights. Yeah, that's why I keep on missing it.
Yeah. What do you do as
I'm an insurance broker in the real world.
yeah, all right. We've got another couple of those are retired insurance guys, so
That's my goal.
retired. There you go.
I need to talk to those guys and ask them how they did it.
All right. Well, Bobby Montgomery is around. You can tune into him, and then we also have like a first Thursday event where we have, meeting critiques and a guest. We had Brad Davis last
Yeah.
night, and it was wonderful. Brad Davis has been in the
He's
music
awesome.
playing with everybody, so it was good, and we got to ask him questions, and that's great. And then we also have a first Monday kind of workshop, and you can really work on anything you want to. We've been working on our Zoom performances there, and then songs that we are starting to write, or things that we're just stuck on and need some help in a little parts of them, or it's a real loose kind of meetup thing. We call it a meetup, and it's just really loose. And we'd love to have you come to any one of those and be a part of our group. You're here in Dallas, but I know you're across town. It's a long way from my house to Grapevine, but not on Zoom.
That's right.
So we'd love to have you. And I'm so glad that you joined us today. I am so happy to get to know you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet everyone here.
Thanks, Rick. Okay, so now we've got Robert Davoli, and you're coming from Lincoln, Massachusetts. Is that correct? Now, that must be outside of Boston?
Yeah, it's outside of Boston, about a half an hour. I tell people it's near Walden Pond, and they've heard of Walden Pond.
We've heard of, yeah, everybody heard of
it. We have a place on Cape Cod, and so we've been down here for 10 months on the ocean. Our COVID retreat, yeah.
Our friend Don Wall, who he just got back from Cape Cod, and that's his favorite place to go, and his sister lives there, and he's a big Cape Cod fan. So you apparently have a fingerstyle. You're kind of a fingerstyle guitarist.
Yeah.
You have the heart of a ballad folk singer.
I think you read that somewhere. Yes, yeah.
I did. I found some information for you in an article. I think I found it in an article.
Yeah.
So, but more interesting is that you are a retired venture capitalist. Is that correct?
No, not at all. I have 32 investments. I'm very active.
Very active. Okay.
But my background's in computers, and I founded some software companies in the 80s. I founded one in the 80s, and then I sold that, and then I was a founder and CEO, and then I was a CEO of another one, and I sold that. And after I sold it, the venture capitalists that had backed me asked me to join them, and that was 25 years ago.
Wow.
And then about 11 years ago, I started my own venture capital fund. It's called gutbrainventures.com, and it's because I think that investing is half gut and half brain. Anyway, but I wrote my first song when I was almost 59, and I've written over 50 now, and I have it's my first recording. I have a 3 CD volume that's going to be released on January 15th, and some of the singles have been released, including this song I'm about to play.
Well, so that's Music Friday. That's this coming Friday.
Yeah, and American Songwriters did an interview with me. They're going to be publishing something, and then so is what do they call it? Bluegrass Station. They're publishing something on me.
You have a publicist?
Yeah, I do have a publicist. Yeah, and then Forbes.com. They're kind of putting the music in the business together, and they're writing an article. I mean, it'll be published, I think, on the day the CD comes out. They're interviewing me on Monday, but anyway.
That's cool. So, if we wanted to physically find the CD, where might we find it? I know that it'll be on.
I'm at bobdavoli.com.
Okay.
My name, Bob or Robert, but the website is bobdavoli.com. And then it'll be all on the streaming devices, every one of them that we all use.
Well, we're lucky to hear. Are you going to play 2 or 3 today?
I think it's 3.
So you'll have 3 rounds. So
All
what
right.
do you play in the first round?
This is called Even Though Autumn's in Your Eyes. And I was sitting in my studio one day and, just contemplative mood. And I looked out on my porch and I saw the wind chimes that I have, and they were dead silent. And it felt sad. And so I just said, silent wind chimes always make me cry. And that's in the chorus, and that's how I came up with the song. Baby, I'm so sorry that your star is falling down and all of your dreams have drowned. Maybe you and I can go around one more time, even though autumn's in your eyes. Dusk rolls in, its shadows oh so grim. Silent wind chimes always make me cry. Nothing's as poetic as living day to day. Tender is the night that warms us with moonlight. Black and whites, oh, they always turn out gray. And the near is oh so far away. Dusk rolls in, oh, its shadows oh so grim. Silent wind chimes always make me cry. Broken bones, oh, they often heal stronger, but broken hearts simply fall apart. Hope does not always spring eternal for those souls who lost their will to fight. Oh, dusk rolls in, its shadows oh so grim. Silent wind chimes always make me cry. Baby, I'm so sorry that your star is falling down and all of your dreams have drowned. Yeah, maybe you and I can go around one more time, even though autumn's in your eyes. Yeah, maybe you and I can go around one more time, even though autumn's in your eyes. Yeah, even though autumn's in your eyes. Thank you. Thank you so much. Very kind.
Beautiful. It's such a beautiful melody too.
Thank you so much. And thank you for all you do. And it's a
Well,
great
we're happy.
organization.
We are so happy to meet you and have you part of our community. And it's so exciting. And looks like you've got a great music room there behind you.
I do. And you can see over here, I've got the ocean.
Oh, how wonderful.
Yeah.
Wow. And if you have a wind chime out there, I bet it makes a lot of noise all the time.
It certainly does. I don't have one here, but I do in Lincoln. It would make a lot of noise here. It's very windy all the time.
That's great. Well, we're going to hear more from you for during the second and third round. Okay. So see you in a minute. And we've got our last performer who is coming up. We've had 11 people today perform, and then some of these folks have more songs than just one. So they'll be coming around on another round for you. But Seth Ginsburg is from Plano, Texas, and he's originally from Pittsburgh, and he's living in Plano now. And you can find him on Facebook which is facebook.com Sethberg.
That's right.
But he's known as Ace Pounder on that Facebook page. So
that's right.
I kind of like Seth, but some of the boys call him Ace Pounder.
Well, the Ace Pounder is a name that I have a lot of affection for because it's one I adopted back in 1976. And I used it as a stage name till the early 80s when I went straight and went to graduate school. And so from then on, I just kind of kept it as a fun sort of private joke with my friends thing. But in the last couple months since I've decided to, well, thanks to you, really, I've just kind of come out and started playing music again. And so in honor of my youth and my endeavors in those days, I retain the Ace Pounder moniker. But yes, as a writer, and if you check on me on LinkedIn, I'm not some guy named Ace Pounder. I'm Seth Ginsburg. I'm a former advertising executive, so that's who I really am.
Yeah. So where did you go to graduate school?
University of Pittsburgh.
All right.
In social psychology.
Yeah.
So I am a reformed academic. I left before the PhD because I found out about advertising, and I realized that advertising really fit a lot. I took a class in advertising research, and I was just fascinated with it. And I got hired at Young and Rubicam in New York City, and I had an office on Madison Avenue for real. And it was a wonderful career. I actually had I always tell people I went from the corner office on Fifth Avenue to Plano, Texas somehow. I'm not sure how that worked, but that's, so anyway, but I've come back and to fallen back in love with being a musician again, and it's a wonderful thing.
Well, you must have been up there about the same time that Harry was in New York.
Oh yeah, well yeah, Harry and I tell stories. I mean, a couple of the O'Loonies and some of the bars and stuff like that. Yeah, Actually, at that point, I was mostly a piano player. I was playing jazz piano, and I was working as a stage crew person. And I've had ridiculous jobs. I was the sound guy for an off-Broadway play. I knew absolutely nothing. I got the job, and I ran to one of my friends who was a stage crew guy. I said, "What the hell do I do? I need the money." So he said, "Well, just make sure you turn it down, okay? Whatever you think is the right thing, a little lower than that, and you should be okay."
Oh, wow, what advice? How about that? So you've been hanging around with us for a while. You joined DSA. Oh, I think back last summer or spring.
Yeah. I don't know. The whole year is totally lost to me.
Yeah.
I'm sure everybody else feels that way too.
Right. And we've been seeing you play on our showcases and our open mics, and you play a number of instruments besides guitar and piano, and a funny thing that is
banjo guitar. Yes, the weirdest instrument I have. Well, the second weirdest instrument I have. The weirdest one I have is out of tune, so I can't play it. So.
Yeah. So actually, you were referred to us by Rod Phelps. Is that correct?
Yes, Rod. I tease Rod about being my newest old friend. Rod is a dear friend of Brad Boa, who I actually got to know when I was trying to put together some. I was listening to the gentleman before me whose name escapes me because I'm bad at names, but it reminds me. I was trying to put together a deal for an Indian. Marketing company, and I was believe it or not, the chairman of the board of an Indian marketing company.
Which was your brother's company that you had to take over, is that correct?
That was exactly. I didn't know you knew that. Yeah, yeah. It was my brother's company in India, and he passed, and I jumped in there to try to save it because he didn't think he was going to die. Like everybody thinks they're immortal, so he didn't set up the company for when he was going to pass. And so I went over there and I spent a lot of time in India, which, by the way, was a tremendous blessing. What a wonderful culture and wonderful people, and I still have very dear friends there. But yeah, I tried to take over the company. I did. I mean, they made me. I came over. They said, "What can I do?" And I said, "Well, you could be the chairman of the board." I said, "Okay, all right, that's a new one for me. Let me put that in my CV here. So it was wonderful. I mean, it was just bizarre, though. I mean, I'm just a suburban kid from Pittsburgh. I'm nobody special, and it just finding myself sitting in a Indian boardroom having a authoritative argument with somebody about stuff. It was just one of those moments where you look down at yourself and say, "Are you really?"
Sounds very exotic.
It was.
So how long over there?
I'm sorry.
How long were you?
On and off for 2 or 3 years. Yeah.
Enough to really get involved in the culture and.
Oh, very much, very much. I have read all the traditional Hindu text and become at least conversant. How much do you know, right? With all that stuff. I mean, I recommend the Gita to everybody. And it's just a wonderful culture with beautiful people. There's something spiritual about the place that I never understood. My brother used to tell me that. Dan used to say, he felt that India was an intrinsically spiritual place for him to be. And when I went over there, I found the same thing. And in fact, I have a almost completed novel about a person who goes to India, write what you know, right? A person who goes to India and discovers his past incarnation that's an Indian person, because he goes there and feels the same familiarity that I felt, but I didn't find anything really spiritual. I mean, weird, everything was spiritual, but it wasn't. But in the book, he discovers that that's been his one of his incarnations, and it's interesting. It's almost finished.
Hey, Seth.
We'll have time to finish it. Go ahead.
Can I ask a question?
Sure. No.
Did you ever eat at Curry in a Hurry over on Lex?
No.
That was my favorite Indian food place. I bet you like that Indian.
Yeah. No, in those days, I wasn't eating Indian food. Those days, I didn't know anything about it.
Oh, okay.
No, I thought at those point in my life, I thought, Japanese food was really esoteric.
Oh.
I mean, now you can go to go to Kroger and get a sushi roll, but I mean, in those days, man.
Sorry for the interruption, Barb. I'm back about it.
Thinking about those restaurants, those Indian food restaurants down on the Lower East Side.
Yes. Now that I did discover. Yes.
And going down there and they just bring it out and you all share family style and stuff. That's great.
And Lower East Side was cool in those days because, it was like everybody was poor, but so they had restaurants for you. Even if I was working as the world's worst clerk in a health food importer someplace, but even I could afford to go down there and buy a meal. It was cool.
Yeah. So we're going to hear from you in what, 4 rounds if we do 4 rounds?
Sure, whatever. If you do 4 rounds, whatever. Let me play. Whatever fits into the time is fine with me.
Start with for this round. You're the last person on this round. And we started.
Yeah, I was telling somebody when I saw that I was last that.
No, wait a minute. Let me interrupt. He's not last. We've had one addition since then.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So you're next to last.
Well, there goes my introduction. You destroyed it completely because I was going to say that the difference when you're last, your mother tells you that they were saving the best for last. Your girlfriend or wife tells you that it's because nobody could follow you, and your friends tell you it's because you were the last person they thought of. So anyway, this is a song. This was actually written a bit ago, and I will not reveal how long ago because this song was written on the 11th anniversary of my wife's 39th birthday. And I met my wife when I was in advertising in New York. We met at the copier. It was reproduction at first sight. And she's from Brooklyn, and we came down here shortly after we were married, and she's just fallen in love with the place, and she's become a real Texas gal. And so for her birthday, I wrote her this song, and it's kind of a combination of sidewalks of New York, the classic Al Smith song, and then it goes into a Texas waltz. And when I recorded it, I use a steel guitar to kind of give that sound, but I can't do that with this. So anyway. Suzanne was born in Brooklyn with the glamour, the noise, and the glare. She never imagined that there was a life far away from there. But now she lives in Texas, and we're glad she is our pal. She comes from New York City, but now she's a Texas gal. Suzanne has traveled everywhere, to Bruges and old London town. She's covered a whole lot of real estate, from Paris to the Puget Sound. And lately she travels in Texas and goes shopping with her pals. She comes from New York City, but now she's a Texas gal. Now she's a Texas gal. Now she's a Texas gal. She may come from New York City, but now she's a Texas gal. Now Suzanne's home is in Plano, with her husband and her bow wows. Instead of the Chrysler building, she lives near llamas and cows. She has a career that she really loves, and a wonderful gang of pals. She may come from New York City, but now she's our Texas gal. Now she's our Texas gal. Now she's a Texas gal. She may come from New York City, but now she's our Texas gal. True. for my lovely wife.
Well, we are so glad that you've become part of our group. You're such a treasure. And Rob Phelps, I know you're watching us out there. Thank you very much for sending Seth to us. Sure belongs in our group. He's part of us. Thank you. So, Harry, I don't have any idea who's up next. You want to put yourself down here in the spotlight and let us know who you're introducing?
Yeah, I'm putting everybody else on the spotlight. I'm not sure how to put myself over there now.
It'll be Hollywood Squares later, huh?
Here we go. I think this will do it. Add spotlight. Here we go. Thank you, Seth. That was fun. That was fun. I like Seth.
We all do.
Okay, and now I'm gonna go down here. We have Trey. Connor is his stage name. Trey McLaughlin is his real name. It kept popping up a while ago. I didn't know who it was trying to get on it, but it was Trey. Here, I'm gonna put him on the screen right here. Add spotlight. There's Trey. He's down in Austin. We got somebody from Austin here, and Trey fell through the crack. It's my fault. I didn't follow up on that letter I sent out well enough, and he sent me a memo last night. He said, "Aren't I supposed to be on there?" And I said, "Well, I don't." Yeah, he was. He has the song "Fear" he's going to do, and Barbe meet Trey. Trey meet Barbe. Barbe's our founder. You know, she found this organization somewhere about 30 years ago.
Gotcha. Well, thanks so much for squeezing me in. It's good to meet you.
Okay.
You entered this in the pop category.
Yes.
And we're so happy to have a young person amongst us.
I'm so happy to be here. Playing.
That is great. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Have you gone to school in Austin or
No, I actually moved down here a little over 2 years ago to pursue music full time from Southeast Michigan, like Kerry. So I've been here for 2.5 years-ish, around there. And I've just been doing music ever since.
So you were gigging, I guess, around town
yes.
a lot until the COVID happened. Now has it opened back up, or what's going on there? I heard that
I think
governor and Austin are having a little fight because they've shut it down. The governor says, no, you can't shut it down because I told you can't. So what's going on?
it seems like nobody's been on the same page this entire time. But yeah, so it's still shut down, probably for at least until, I would guess, summer. Fingers crossed. But so this is great that you're doing stuff like this. It's a great opportunity for people who miss playing, and I'm really thankful to be here and play the song.
We are so glad to have you. And you are welcome to come back any Wednesday night at our open mic, and a showcase on Saturday. We'll get that arranged for you if you'd like to.
All right, sounds great. Thank you.
So you're going to play your song Fear?
Yes, I will play Fear. All alone lives a fear inside me that overcasts what's on my horizon. Says every path's a dead-end road. Makes me question everything I know. Every loss is a fierce reminder of all the things that I couldn't find here. And every fall and every bruise are reasons good enough to refuse to lose. You will never see the way, you will never see the way you break me down. Will there ever be a day, will there ever be a day I filter you out? You're always something in the way, always something in the way. I won't accept defeat, but you'll always be a part of me. It's in my head, in my eyes, in my bones. Takes me round and around in circles. Has always something left to say. Can't ever just stay the hell out of the way. Then I'm strong and my courage sets in. And here it comes just to reel me right back in. There's nowhere safe where I can go. There's nowhere it doesn't already know. You will never see the way, you will never see something in the way, and I won't accept defeat, but you'll always be a part of me. Only echoes of silence, no more screams, no pain. I'm so done with this now. All alone lives a fear inside me. You will never see the way, you will never see the way you break me down. Will there ever be a day? There will never be a day I filter you out. You're always something in the way, always something in the way, and I won't accept defeat. No, I won't accept defeat, but you'll always be a part of me.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for having me.
That was wonderful. Don't forget to look on the chat before you leave, because
Absolutely.
a lot of good comments on the chat from folks here on the screen. And I know that everybody out at Facebook will love that song. I did.
Well, thank you so much. Yeah, I'll be jumping on the live stream now.
Okay. Yeah, you've got a good setup there, it looks like. And,
Yeah.
playgrounds too, or is that for your drummer in the band, or?
This is for me. This is a newer edition, this drum set here, but just for me to mess around on, demo some stuff out. Not very good at it.
So are you doing your own demos, and what
Yeah. Yep, so I'm doing my own demos. I also play for a band, an alt country band, the Barons. So between the two, it keeps me busy, especially during COVID time.
Are you using Pro Tools or Logic, or?
I use Ableton just because I use it for live shows too, so that's what I'm familiar with.
A lot of my students use Ableton.
I'm sorry?
A lot of my students use Ableton. I teach.
Oh, okay.
college.
Very cool.
Everybody has to demo us one of their songs or something.
Gotcha.
They have to figure out how to use a DAW, and most of them are being trained at the college. And in the MIDI class, we train them on Logic, and then in the recording class, they learn Pro Tools because that's the
Right. Yeah. I know it's definitely a learning curve with all of them, but I'm only familiar with Ableton. I would like to get into Pro Tools eventually, but
it's very similar, I think.
yeah. Well, that's good. That's good news.
But once you get your way around any of them, I think you can really learn any of the, it just takes time like anything else. You just have to get in there and use it.
Right. That makes sense.
So we're going to be looking forward to seeing you on one of our Wednesday nights open mics, or all of them, and let's get you scheduled into a showcase on Saturday with Harry. And I am so glad
Absolutely.
that you, and number 12 is a good number.
Yeah. Thanks for squeezing me in again, and this is great what you guys are doing, especially during the pandemic time. It's just a great way for us to keep playing. So thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for sharing your music.
Absolutely.
Okay, so Harry, now we're on round 2, and we've had kind of like musical chairs. So we've got some people who've dropped out who only had one song to perform. So how are we going to do this? We're just going to go for the songs now.
Yeah, we're back to, we got Alan Larson, and then Bill Martin, then Eric Ramsey, and Lynn Seligman, and Michael Roth, Robert Davoli, and Seth Ginsburg. So we've got 7 more left, I guess. But Bill Martin follows Alan.
I want to do another one.
Same order, except Skip, who doesn't have another song to play. And I'm going to run off to the little girl's room real quick because I drank too much tea. And I'll be right back.
Well, are you going to introduce Alan, or do you want me to introduce him, or what's you going to do? He's just sitting there waiting for someone to tell him to.
You all know Alan Larson.
He
Alan Larson,
needs no introduction.
That's right.
Okay.
loved by all.
Okay. Well, this next song needs maybe a little explanation of the title. You know, it seems like all my songs, I think, oh, I wrote that 3-4 years ago, and then I think about, that was like 14 years ago that I wrote this song. It was the last time I was really sick. I had the flu really bad, and I was having crazy dreams like I guess you do when you're sick. I don't get sick like that very often, but I was sleeping a lot and just crazy-ass dreams. And so when I got better, I kind of channeled those crazy dreams into a song based on a guitar riff I'd come up with that I thought was kind of cool. And I named the song I Can't Breathe. So after the events of last summer and so forth, the confusion and turmoil just kind of fit. And a friend of mine, Tommy LaBeef, actually made at Barbe's suggestion, we made a little music video you can find on YouTube of this song. They used news footage from the time, but anyway, it actually was born out of just having crazy dreams with the flu and just channeling that kind of imagery into a song. And this is the song I Can't Breathe. I can't breathe anymore. The air is thick with shame, choked on dust and gasoline. Well, I can't think, I can't talk, I'm completely lost. I don't know what to do. Sword falls from a jagged cloud. Can't dream anymore. There's just too much noise. The crowd presses at my gate. And I can't sleep, I can't cry, I can't close my eyes. I've been made a fool. And the princess is on the move. My mind is an endless maze of gridlock, riddles, and haze. Now everything turns to gray. I grasp, but it all slips away. But if I could escape from all of this for just one moment of bliss, I can't sleep anymore. A dog barks, blackbirds scatter. I'm in a crossfire where nothing matters. And you don't call, you don't write, you don't knock at my door at night anymore. And I can't sleep, I can't dream, I can't eat, I can't breathe anymore. All I can do is wait for this fever to break. Until then, I can't breathe anymore. I can't breathe. That's it.
That was super. I love that song.
Thank you.
Well, I didn't know she was there. Hang on.
I made it back. Bulldog's still out, but so I think we're going to have Bill Martin up next. He's going to be through.
Barb, we've got about 13 more songs to do. And that's a good hour's worth. So,
and so
we might start limiting the talking just a little bit. I mean, I love to hear it, unless y'all want to go over.
I don't think we have much to talk about anymore. We did all of our interviews. And
yeah. Okay. So we're just going to make some music now.
Yeah. Now we just hear the songs. And so, Bill, which song are you going to do for us next? Unmute Bill.
I don't know much about love. That was my mistake. I forgot to unmute.
Okay. I love that song. Great.
Thanks.
Here we go.
If you knew what I went through, if I only knew what I had done to you, we could only stand and wonder how the lot of us survived without a clue. I don't know much about love. I can't help how I feel. Understanding this is more than I can do. But I know that love is real, and I often wonder what it means to you. But I don't know much about love. I'm confused, undecided. I'm at odds with what I think that I should do. And my spirit so divided. Oh my God, I need to know your love is true. But I don't know much about love. True love so hard to find, but I will find peace of mind, 'cause I know that love is true. Yet I often wonder what I mean to you. I don't know much about love. I don't know much about love.
That's such a beautiful song, and beautiful melody, great chord changes, super song.
Thank you.
Who we got up next, Terry?
Eric Ramsey.
This is the very first song that Michael and I ever worked on together, I believe. Michael, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it is.
I think it is. Yeah, that's the first one.
And it's called "Blasphemous Kiss." It's a cheery one, as you might imagine. I get up and look in the mirror, See the lipstick kiss on the glass. You left me as a reminder of the kisses on tissues you threw in the trash. Here's an earring you left on the counter I bought at the local Walmart. A cheap little ruby on Valentine's Day you wore to display the last piece of my heart. So here's to the times you betrayed me. Yes, every last beautiful blasphemous kiss. When I thought that our love was ever so holy, you knew all along it would never exist. I remember you tried to persuade me that love always ends with a twist. In the struggle between the angel in me and the devil I couldn't resist, who set me on fire with a beautiful blasphemous kiss. I can't fill the space in my closet where all of your clothes used to be, or patch up the crack in my memory that broke when you shot off that last look at me. I would never have stolen those kisses if I knew how much I'd have to pay. Now I'm just sitting here doing my time, holding my heart like a withered bouquet. So here's to the times you betrayed me. Yes, every last beautiful blasphemous kiss. When I thought that our love was ever so holy, you knew all along it would never exist. I remember you tried to persuade me that love always ends with a twist. In the struggle between the angel in me and the devil I couldn't resist, who set me on fire with a beautiful blasphemous kiss, who set me on fire with a beautiful blasphemous kiss. That's literally the first time I've done that song since we wrote it, I think. So, for anybody, anyway. Thank you very much, and thank you again for letting me be a small part of the festivities. And I'm really enjoying listening to everyone's music, and I'm going to go over to the live stream and check out the rest of it. Thanks.
That was great. That song has such great lyrics and melody to it, and
That's Michael Roth all the way. Those lyrics. That's he's.
And the melody though is good too. And then what a title. Wow, I love the title. It's that's a great song. And Eric, you did a wonderful job performing that song. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Looks like we've got Lynn up next. Unmute. Harry, you might have to okay.
Oh, that probably works better now.
There you go. Now we can hear what you're saying. Hi there again.
Hey, how you doing? This is
Good.
great. It's fun to hear some great songwriters and really cool. Yeah.
Great afternoon.
Yeah, absolutely. So this song, I mentioned I have a new album. This one is the title tune, and it's called Our Turn Now, and it was inspired by, I think I did this at a DSA open mic a few weeks ago, but anyway, it was inspired by a trip that I took to Selma, Alabama, and Jackson, Mississippi, and some other sites where significant events happened during the Civil Rights Movement. And so I was in Selma. I walked across the Edmund Pettus Bridge. And what I felt was, it really moved me to tears, because I felt how hopeless it must have seemed to those people who were marching, who had no rights, and how brave, incredibly brave they were to fight for equal rights for all. And so I felt like, well, I may not be as brave and as all that, but certainly I can do more. So this is called It's Our Turn Now. Jimmy Lee Jackson, back from Vietnam. In desperate times, he dared to hope. In Marion, Alabama, mid-1960s, a black man could not vote. There was a peaceful protest. The police attacked his grandpa and mom. Jimmy tried to defend them. The cops shot and killed him. He was unarmed. The people said enough. We won't let Jimmy die in vain. They started a march to Montgomery, 50 miles on foot in his name. The marchers were gassed and beaten on national TV. Millions raised their voices, saying everyone should be free. It's our turn now, our turn now. They showed us how. It's our turn now. Come and join us, we will rise, we will vote and organize. They showed us how. It's our turn now. The marchers arrived in Montgomery, met by a jubilant crowd. 50,000 black and white, their voices clear and loud. They overcame despair. They bravely took a stand. A law was passed protecting voting rights across the land. And it's our turn now, our turn now. They showed us how. It's our turn now. Come and join us, we will rise, we will vote and organize. They showed us how. It's our turn now. Come and join us, we will rise, we will vote and organize. They showed us how. It's our turn now. Our turn now. Thank you very much.
That was great, Lynn.
Great, Lynn.
Oh. Woo.
Thank you. Thanks.
So we're in the second round of our celebration of songs, and up next is Michael R.J. Roth. And Michael, you are going to do either Gun for Hire or Ruins of Our Age. Which one is that?
Well, I thought I'd start with Gun for Hire. After that uplifting song, I thought it needed some balance. And so this is sort of is trying to be kind of like Johnny Cash during his death metal phase. So, yeah.
All right.
Anyway, all you lovers out there. I know this probably doesn't sound like an old guy song, but I used to be a lot younger. Our love was blazoned on the streets and bold graffiti on the walls. Tougher than the rough concrete, louder than a wake-up call. Now up on stage with the lights ablaze, you even make the light look dark with your hand upon an empty space. Gutted by your savage heart amid the snakes of 1,000 wishes, you turn away from the angel choir, blowing kisses like a gun for hire, like a gun for hire, like a gun for hire. When fame drove up in a limo car, you dropped me like a cigarette. You pawned off all your love for art in the backseat of a private jet. Now up on stage with the lights ablaze, you even make the light look dark with your hand upon an empty space. Gutted by your savage heart amid the snakes of 1,000 wishes, you turn away from the angel choir, blowing kisses like a gun for hire, like a gun for hire, like a gun for hire. Although you have no use for me, your name is still carved on my wrist. Your shining face burns in my dreams. It only hurts me when you miss. Now up on stage with the lights ablaze, you even make the light look dark with your hand upon an empty space. Gutted by your savage heart amid the snakes of 1,000 wishes, turn away from the angel choir, blowing kisses like a gun for hire, like a gun for hire, like a gun for hire.
I love that song. I always think it's Bruce Springsteen singing that song when I
Yeah,
hear
there
it.
you go. I like that. Yeah, it's the only song of mine that comes with a restraining order.
It's a good one. Oh, we're going to hear from you in the next round, another song. So up next we have Bob Davoli, right? And Bob, are you singing Huge Swig of the Now? Is that what you're going to do next? Or?
I'm going to do Miss Peggy Lee Sings the Blues.
Miss Peggy Lee Sings the Blues. I love this. This is the Americana.
That's in the country realm. This is the first song I ever wrote, and it was about almost 14 years ago. And my wife was at a conference, and I was alone listening to a Peggy Lee album, Black Coffee, and she was doing the blues, and I said, I'm going to write a song about Peggy Lee. Thinking of you, and I am so blue, wondering what the heck I'm gonna do. Oh, I woke up this morning and without any warning, you packed all your bags and then you were gone. I got my head in my empty wine bottle. My mind's going full throttle, and all of my dreams have been hung out to dry. Yes, and I'm too blue to sigh. Yes, and I'm too blue to cry. Well, the days turn to weeks, and the weeks turn to years. But I was not able to dry all my tears. And out of the blue, I got a note from you, saying you had settled down with somebody new. I got my head in my hand on empty wine bottle. My mind's going full throttle, and all of my dreams have been hung out to dry. Yes, and I'm too blue to sigh. Yes, and I'm too blue to cry. Oh, I stirred up my courage and I bundled my heart, and I set off to find me a brand new start. Oh, I traveled the highways with my mind going sideways, and I covered many miles, but I went nowhere. I got my head in my hands on empty wine bottle. My mind's going full throttle, and all of my dreams have been hung out to dry. Yes, and I'm too blue to sigh. Yes, and I'm too blue to cry. Well, I was going nowhere pretty damn fast, so I gathered my things and went back to my home. I poured me a stiff one and I lay on my back, and I listened to Miss Peggy Lee sing the blues. Yeah, I listened to Miss Peggy Lee sing the blues.
That's great, Bob. Hey, I really like that line. Bondoed my heart.
Yeah, right. That's one of my favorites too, actually. I didn't mention that the CD that I have, 3 CDs set coming out on Friday. You'll see, if you see my website, it's all the proceeds are going to Food Not Bombs. There's,
okay.
Yeah, several hundred of those.
There you go.
Yeah, anyway, there's several hundred of those around the world. Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful.
I'm sorry, I apologize. We didn't realize I unmuted.
That's okay.
Kerry may have unmuted.
That was so rude. Just like a New Yorker, yeah.
Yeah, I am not a New Yorker, damn it. I'm from Pittsburgh. My city is Pittsburgh and my state is Texas.
So, hey, Bob, are you going to be in the next round? Are you going to do Huge?
Yep. Yeah, Huge Swig, yep.
I love that song title. So we'll see you in the next round.
Great.
All righty. All right, Seth.
Well, I already got a start of it, so anyway. Yeah. This is, I wrote this song a long time ago. And I mean, a long time ago, I mean 1976. And I had no idea what it was about, but it just sort of came to me. You guys know, you're songwriters, which is extremely cool. When's the last time you sat around and talked to a bunch of songwriters? It's great. Anyway, my partner now, who's named Desmond King, and I will say a lot of my friends have pseudonyms, and you get to know me, you understand why. He did an incredible version of this. It was kind of a vocalese treatment of this, which was, and to me that was the final thing for it, and that was the version of it that should stand up. But recently, this song has come back to me, and it's about something that the song turns out to be about something else than I thought it was about. So without further ado. Oh, yeah, I should say also the other thing is this, the actual music of this is in the style of Mose Allison, who was famous for chromatic developments within a blues package that were just wonderful, and he's passed, and he was a wonderful songwriter. Anyway, this is called The Embers of the World. God said to Noah, fire next time. I can't figure out if it's starting or dying in all of the eyes that pass my stare. The embers of the world are glowing there. The embers of the world. The embers of the world. The embers of the world are glowing there. Sometimes it looks like it's gonna begin, and then I'll look and I'll think it's the end. It's hard to tell and harder to care, but the embers of the world are glowing there. The embers of the world. The embers of the world. The embers of the world are glowing there. Sand. The final answer is in our hands, for soon you'll see that we're standing bare. The embers of the world are glowing there. The embers of the world. The embers of the world. The embers of the world are glowing there. God said to Noah, fire next time. Can't figure out if it's starting or dying. All of the eyes that pass my stare, the embers of the world are glowing there.
All right, very jazzy, Seth. I loved it. So now that was the end of round 2, and we're back up to the top with Alan Parker for round 3. What you got for us, Alan?
I got Lipstick and Bullets.
All right, we love that title.
Yeah, the quick and simple introduction to the song is that I once held a job at Walmart in the sporting goods section, and one day this couple came up wanting to buy and for me to ring up some bullets, lipstick and bullets, and I thought, there's a song title right there. So this is what I came up with. Daisy's got drama with her mama and a man with a mullet. She prances through the big box store and buys lipstick and bullets. She got me running down old friends, running down her promises of heaven round the bend. I want to fly away, 'cause it's all gone crazy. Take me miles away and find the place where I belong. Well, yeah, I can pick 'em. My soul takes a licking. I jump in my pickup as Big Red Lips takes her shots at me. Now my boots are shaking, or is that the ground below? I'm so rattled I can't tell for sure anymore. I want to fly away, escape the crazy, get miles away from where it all went wrong. The man in the suit, he smiles as he hands me a check. Says, don't you worry, boy, there's no reason to fret. But I got holes in my pocket, holes in the back of my jeans. I got a hole in the ground where my water comes out. Now it burns like kerosene. I want to fly away, 'cause it's all gone crazy. Take me miles away and find a place where I belong. Yeah, fly away, escape the crazy, get miles away from where it all went wrong. That's it. Excuse me.
Hey, Barb, you hear me?
Yeah, Harry.
Okay, we got Bill Martin has a song, one more left. Lynn Seligman has one left. Michael R.J. Roth, he's got one left. Robert Davoli, he's got one left. Seth has two left. But we have time if the others want, that they're still here, want to do a song, they can. Like if Chris wants to do a song, we'd have time.
All right. Looks like he's vacant from his chair, but when he comes back,
No, there he is. He heard his name.
we'll catch you then after this round.
Yeah, after when we get done, Chris, we'll come back to you and let you do another. And we've also got. I guess that'll be it as far as the other people. So that'll be everybody that's on right now. Okay, Bill Martin's next. He's got a song. Hang on, let's get Alan off the screen here. I know that.
Okay, so Bill.
I know he doesn't want that, but
yeah,
we'll get Bill.
Looks like Bill's unmuted, and we're on our way there. Which song are you gonna do this round?
I could never.
You could never what?
I could never leave you, because if I did, I would lie out in the streets, homeless, helpless, and completely useless to society.
And there's a lot of things he doesn't know much about too.
Yeah, I know. He could never and no. And
he can never, and he doesn't know much.
Incredibly pathetic combination. So, and originally I had thought that this was going to be a song about eternal love forever and ever and ever. And the more people heard it, the more they were thinking, you schmuck, there's no possible way you could survive without her. So the song's got those. What's the point in telling you if you don't believe it's true? I could never leave you. Supernatural super glue bound together me and you. I could never leave you. I will always love you. I will love and keep you. I could never ever leave you. Driving in the car with you, all alone is just we two. I could never leave you. Please don't let me go. Freeze me in the snow, my sweet. Please don't throw my clothes out in the street. When the ancient ruins do everything we expect them to, I could never leave you. I know that I am totally inept and unprepared to be living in a world demanding common sense and more responsibility. I have skated on, saying I don't know. All my honeydews wait for tomorrow. I could never balance on a fence. I think you know I need you so. I could never leave. I could never leave. I could never leave you.
That was great, Bill Martin. Bill Martin, everybody. So up next, we have Lynn Seligman. And I just have one question for Lynn.
And what's that?
Is tonight the subject is love?
Tonight.
Tonight?
Today. Right now. The subject is love. You hear it? All right, here we go. Tonight, the subject is love. Tonight, the subject is love. No better thing to talk about till we die. I melt every time you walk by. I feel my heart grow as big as the sky. Tonight, the subject is love. Tonight, the subject is joy. Tonight, the subject is joy. My guru has a cold, wet nose, wags his tail. Wherever he goes, he taught me my favorite yoga pose. Tonight, the subject is joy. Spread good vibes through out the atmosphere. I have no doubt love is why we're here. Oh, play it now. Well, crawl down on the floor with me, let's play. Let's not let this moment slip away. Tonight, the subject is love. Tonight, the subject is love. I'm grateful for the things I cannot buy, like a million stars in a cloudless sky. I might fall down 'cause I feel so high. Tonight, the subject is love. Everybody, tonight, the subject is love. Sing it with me now. Tonight, the subject is love. I see you singing over Zoom now. Tonight, the subject is love. Here comes the horn section. Are you ready for it? Tonight, the subject is love. Thanks so much.
Oh, that was great. And so happy.
So happy.
Happy song. So, okay, so I guess that, do you have, are you, no, that was, we're in round 3. Are we in round 3?
Yes.
So that was it for you, Lynn, right? So you're done, and we've got Michael coming up, and Michael's going to do The Ruins of Our Age. Is that correct, Michael? I love that title.
That's right. Yeah.
This was
I gotta see if I can get it up because Len's kind of ruined my mood.
Oh.
Made me all bubbly and happy. I don't know.
Hey, I could do one that'll really bum you out.
Okay.
Another point. Okay.
All right. Anyway, well, luckily this is on the same theme, love, just kind of different attitude. Did I interrupt you, Barb? You were going to say something else there.
No, you're cool. I can't remember if I was going to say something.
Okay. Well, good. Yeah. All right. The Ruins of Our Age. Oh. I've got to take the parking brake off. He put the sky in his pocket in case he needed a way out. He had a plan, a girl down at the diner where all the girls hang out. He knew a good thing when he saw one, and she had that shimmering skin. He felt naked in the Garden of Eden, dreaming up an original sin. Amid the gleaming machines that ride to lonely places, and the buildings that keep us encaged, we never seem to manage to be who we mean to be, and we are the ruins of our age. Dreams caught on her finger like string on the motor of a boat. He believed he had to linger while she untangled the words in his throat. But all his doubts and insecurities made the passion turn lukewarm. She cut him down, then she released his heart. Like a kite in a lightning storm, he fell on a hard truth that broke his heart. The world is sustained by the whispers of lovers. When they go silent under the covers, the world falls apart. Amid the gleaming machines that ride to lonely places, and the buildings that keep us engaged, we never seem to match to be who we mean to be, and we are the ruins of our age. Yes, we are the ruins of our age.
Right. Michael, you have such great titles and your lyrics are so good. We really enjoy it. And we've heard these songs a lot in the open mics and on the showcases on Saturday. And we're just so glad that you're part of our group. And Lynn, I meant to tell you that too. We're just so happy that you're part of Dallas now, even though you're living in Florida and Michael's there in New Mexico. We just love having you guys as part of our community.
And we're so grateful that you guys have made a home for us in your places out there in Dallas.
Yeah, and I'll second that. Great to have some new Texas friends and friends from actually all over the place. So it's great.
We've got a real new friend here with Bob. I know, Bob, it seems like you have Bob Davoli, and you have entered the song contest in the past, have you not?
I think so. I can't recall. I enter a lot of them, so I'm getting them mixed up. But I think I have. I think Harry said that I had.
I think I'd recognized your name from years past, and
okay.
We're so glad to have you and see your face and get to really meet you in virtual person.
Yeah, well, we're grateful for all you do for this, putting everybody together.
And you're going to do that wonderful song title, Huge Swig of the Now. I love it.
Yep. I'm turning the lights down low, all alone chasing a late night picture show. Our love is going, 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 gone. I'm the sad character in an old church song. Oh, we used to ride the beat deep into the night. But you said I had too much song, and my passion was out of control. So come on, baby, and how? Take a huge swig of the now. Stop chewing on your past, 'cause yesterday's never last. Let's climb to the top of Paradise Hill and swallow a magical pill. And we'll drink a cup of free will and take a ride on the moment's thrill. So wine with your late night bohemian bow. What have you got to lose of those low down aching blues? So come on, baby, and how? Take a huge swig of the now. Stop chewing on your past, 'cause yesterday's never last. So why not give it a go with your late night bohemian bow? Thank you.
I like that chord progression.
Thank you.
Okay,
All right.
Barb,
Yeah.
we've got Seth is going to do a song, and then Chris.
All right, but what about Bill? Should we go to the next round? Bill has another song in the next round. And then we'll just catch Chris after Bill in the next round.
No, he's done all these songs. Bill Martin.
He didn't do summer song or something, right?
He did 3 songs.
Wait. Bill, would you? I
Oh,
have
has he got 4 songs? Bill, you got 4 songs? I'm counting it wrong. Okay, he's got one more song then. Okay.
Well, I also realize that we're 10 minutes before 3, and it's not going to ruin my day if I don't get the last.
Well,
2.
no, we're gonna
I'll make
do all the
sure
songs.
we all get our songs in.
Bill's got a song. Seth has 2 more songs. His songs are usually short, and then we'll have Chris do one.
we'll get through it. But so up next is Seth Ginsburg,
Yeah.
originally from Pittsburgh, and
Oh, there I am.
Kerry, and get him unmuted. Yeah. Here we go. And what's your song title for this one?
All right, this is called When the Levees Fail Again. This is a very uncharacteristic song for me. As much of the stuff I write is pretty sunny, but this is, to me, this is what the topic required, and this is just the way it came out. And you know, I don't ask the muses what I should write. I just write it down for them. So there you go. This is When the Levees Fail Again. The end it has been long foretold, when the walls will tumble down. The land will shake and the trees will break and the trumpets, they will sound. Well, take a look around, you friends, and tell me what you see. The fires do sweep and the hides do creep and hurricanes roam free. The storms that used to be tall tales seem to happen every year. Can anyone not understand that disaster time is here? So Barbe, pour another round for me and all my friends. Let's drink in spite of future doom when the levees fail again. When the levees fail again. Now, I'm not being a defeatist here. We should all stand and fight. Prepare ourselves for nature's rage and try to slow the tide. But that's not what most folks think. They say look the other way. And listen to the salesman's pitch and hope it will all go away. So by the time we finally realize that nature is crashing down, it will be too late for us to do most anything but drown. So barman, pour another round for me and all my friends. Let's drink in spite of future doom when the levees fail again. When the levees fail again. So barman, pour another round for me and all my friends. Let's drink in spite of future doom when the levees fail again. When the levees fail again. Let me also say that this was inspired by what happened at Katrina, and this goes out to my family in New Orleans who were yeoman-like in their dealings with that, and that's all I'll say.
Thank you, Seth. That was wonderful. That's the end of round 3. And now, ding, 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 ding. Here is round 4. Bill Martin is going to do his last song, which is That Summer Song.
Thank you very much. I have to warn you, though, this song is really long. It's probably over 4 minutes.
I think we can handle it.
Okay.
Summertime was hot and muggy. Summertime was overgrown. Summertime gave way to fall, and summertime is gone. And summertime is gone. Is gone. Winter seasons in my life are wasted times I wander through. Feels like every fall now I'll look back and think of you. But summertime
That was wonderful, Bill. That was wonderful. So we got a couple songs left in this round 4, and apologize. Chris Albert, if you'll unmute your microphone and come forward. We missed, you had 2 songs in the Americana category as semifinalists, and we missed you in the second round. So we're coming back to catch you, and Harry may have you muted if you can't unmute. There you go. Here we are. So tell us your song title and take it away.
Well, I wasn't sure if I should do the song I entered there because it had that weird noise on it. I didn't want that to happen again, or doing the one I won the semifinalists back in 08.
Yeah, you can do that.
Jefferson Road. White blind man walking down the street, junkie making time, waiting for the heat. Old man stumbling, can't find his keys, it's all the same on Jefferson Road. Sitting by a window, making up a dream. 2 nights ago, a woman came to me. Drop a coin in, it's time that we leave. It's all the same on Jefferson Road. Hey there, cowboy, where are you going? Hey there, cowboy, what's that you're doing? Lost your way, can't see a thing. Hey there, cowboy, fly away. White-haired lady in your plastic car booth, is that a dream? Is that really you? Waiting for the caravan of love and fame, it's all the same on Jefferson Road. That Saturday night, I had a drink or 2, laying alone, there's nothing else to do. He's a happy wanderer, nobody's fool, it's all the same on Jefferson Road. Hey there, cowboy, where are you going? Hey there, cowboy, what's that you're doing? Lost your way, can't see a thing. Hey there, cowboy, fly away.
What a good old boy, cowboy.
Yeah, he was.
I love that song. That's my favorite.
Mine too.
So Seth, I think you're the last man standing. Thank you so much.
All right. Well, thank you.
Love
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Ready?
All right. What's your song?
This is. I've written about 500 million songs about this the COVID thing. You know, as I bet everybody, all my friends here have too. It's you know, it's what our life is now. And this was kind of I don't know. This is one of those. There's a lesson in this that we can take further. So that's it. And yes, it starts in church for you. Yes, these times are hard times, like our grandparents lived. Sacrifice calls us to give all we can give. But unlike the 30s, we must break our hearts. We must stand united while being apart. Closer together while further apart. May these days be remembered as when people showed heart. Let's show our mettle, let's do our part. Closer together while further apart. Yes, we will get over these tough viral times. Once more we will gather, chatting in lines. But now we must stop when we'd rather start. We must stand united while being apart. Closer together while further apart. Let these days be remembered as when people showed heart. Let's show our mettle, let's do our part. Closer together while further apart. There.
Unmute everybody.
I am so grateful to all of you talented people sharing your wonderful songs in this celebration of songs today. This has been a wonderful show, and I am so proud of you and songwriters for having such a great community. And thank you all for being here, and thank you, our people, for listening out there on Facebook and later on YouTube. Thank you for joining in. We love you, and we love songs.
Amen.
Thank you, Barbara and Harry too.
Hey, that was fun.
That was very fun.
Yep.
Y'all did great. And you know, I didn't realize we were so spread out, but we got people from everywhere today. This is really unusual. It's great.
And it's going to grow, you know. People hear about it and say, hey.
Yeah.
Like, I got my old partner in California I'm trying to get to connect with us because he writes wonderful, wonderful stuff. He sure can sing better than me.
Okay, Barb, that's it, I guess.
Don't you think? What a great song to end on.
Yes, that was perfect.
Thank
That
you,
was perfect.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, all you Facebook folks too. We had a good crowd today.
Cool.
Now the video will be available here just shortly, and everyone can watch this whole thing over. But what I'm going to do,
For the low price of.
Yeah. It's free. I'll go back and I'm gonna edit out each one of your individual parts and put it all together so you'll have something special to just for yourself.
Thank you.
So it'll probably be another day, maybe not that long, but I'll have all of you on there so your friends and family can come see you, and all your fans out there in the world, So
We'll have a celebration of songs, part 2, next Saturday.
Yes.
Cool.
And don't forget about Wednesday night. We got an open mic Wednesday night.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Don't forget.
That's
Okay.
always fun. I'll see if I can find something weird to play on Wednesday.
Okay, that shouldn't be hard for you.
Weird is good.
Okay. Well, folks, that's it. So thank you, Barb.
Hello,
You did
friends.
a great job and everything. And
Yeah,
if y'all
thanks, Barb. You're wonderful.
Thank you.
click on that little red button that says end, and it'll all be over.
Oh, it sounds like the nuclear codes. Oh no.
Yeah. Hey.
Okay.
Thanks, folks.
Bye.